Hey, how's it going guys? It's ZDEyE here. So today I wanted to share this a little bit an interesting article coming from PlayStation blog regarding of Marvel Spider-Man 2. Now how it actually uses and utilizes the PlayStation 5's controller and the power of it and everything else. It's genuinely an interesting read. I definitely wanted to make a video out of it and also share a little bit of my thoughts afterwards as well. So this PlayStation blog is named by, the title of it is How Marvel Spider-Man 2 Taps into the Power of the PlayStation 5. So let's get into the article. Unlocking new powers is something the developers of Marvel Spider-Man 2 have in common with their web-slinging protagonists. Insomniac Games is unleashing the power of the PlayStation 5 in the upcoming sequel with the two playable superhero wielding new abilities. A gallery of menacing supervillains, a city nearly doubling in size, and a host of other immersive enhancements. I recently had a chance to play through several hours of Marvel Spider-Man 2 and was on the lookout for examples of the PlayStation 5's power at work. Let's swing into a few things just of these examples. So Haptic and acinematic immersion. The preview opens with Peter in his new black suit facing off against Kraven amidst the church rafters. So this is the preview where you can see it here. A massive bell tolls, sending impactful, reverberating ripples through the DualSense controller haptics. The resonance haptic sensation sells the bell's disruptive effect of the twitching black suit. Cutscene with the massive stampeding lizard are also accented by the intense haptic pulses, emulating the nerve-jangling might of the mutating supervillain. Okay, so here's a few of the examples. Nice. Okay, so let's get into the next category. Particle colliding with the adaptive triggers. One moment earlier in the preview task, Peter was helping Harry Osborn align a particle collider's beam emitters. A brief minigame appears in when Spider-Man webs the emitters. I enjoyed carefully pressing the adaptive triggers with the asymmetrical levels of pressure and watching on-screen prompts to correctly lock them into place. It is a satisfying novel example of the trigger's accuracy and tactical feedback. So here's the example that we can see it as well on the top. Okay, so next up, web wings and SSD unlock Speedy Spidey flight. Web wings give players a new option to soar over the city. The power of the PlayStation 5 allows Marvel's New York City to load in faster than previous titles. This translates to speedier movements throughout the city, including boosting along the wind tunnels routes at the impressive speeds using the new web wings. Spidey tried and true web swinging is also faster and feels as joyful as ever. Weaving together the traditional web swinging with the new web wings, gliding created, and empowering a buttery smooth wave traversing the city. Awesome, so we can see here as an example as well. Next up, iconic characters and deep emotion. Facial and performance unite with enhanced character models detailed to deliver new levels of expression. For example, a heart-to-heart between Miles and Rio wordlessly showcased the concern and love his mother holds for him. It's all in the eyes. Realistic levels of ocular details, heightened expression like visible capillaries, moistened eyelid, minute-eyed movement, and nuanced lighting. My apologies if I'm butchering some of the names, guys. Emotionally intense scenes benefit from the upgraded facial enhancements as well. Just take one look at the Kraven's expressive face as he battles against Spidey, his eyes wide and piercing as his face contorts in the intense cunning. Quickly swapping between Peter and Miles. Players have two Spideys at their fingertips in Marvel Spider-Man 2, and swapping between them is a snap. This game zooms far from the bird's eye view of Marvel's New York City when switching between the two heroes, then zooms back in on the newly selected Spider-Man elsewhere in the city. It's a seamless and muscular demonstration of the PS5's ultra-fast SSD. Rippling musculator? I assume that's what the meaning is. Speaking of the Insomniacs, is upping the realism of the character models with simulated musculature. Hopefully I'm not butchering the name again. This subtle enhancement makes characters' movement look more nature to the eye. well, natural I should say, similar to the improvements of the facial capture. For example, you'll see arm muscle bulge or stretch beneath the superhero skin-tight suit of the jaw muscle of a lizard flex convincingly when bellowing a roar. So yeah, just taking a closer look, that genuinely looks really good. Okay, so double the city. Spider-Man turfs extends beyond Manhattan, including Brooklyn and Queens in Marvel Spider-Man 2. In previous Marvel Spider-Man games, these areas weren't accessible and were simply low poly representation of the wider city. The sequel's double map size is possible due to the PS5 as in game's ability to render the sprawling metropolis at a greater distance. Standing atop of Manhattan skyscraper, you can clearly see the shapes and colors of Brooklyn's traversable skyline. Spectacular ray tracing. Both performance and fidelity modes feature ray tracing in Marvel Spider-Man 2 thanks to the title launching exclusively on the PS5. The effect is immediately apparent when swinging or gliding across the water. One beautiful moment involving traversing over the East River with the setting sun casting a warm glow over the water, including the reflection of the Brooklyn skyline and splashing of hazy red from one of its larger neon signs. And okay, so genuinely looks incredible. Of course, as you guys may not know or may know, ray tracing is going to be on all time. You do not have an option to turn it off because, well, this game actually can support it, no problem. 60 FPS, 40 FPS, and of course 30 FPS, it's up to you. Bustling city life. Spider-Man is nothing without a city to protect, and Marvel's New York is livelier than ever. New York pedestrians are represented by a more diverse array of body types and enter and exit buildings. They drive down streets in vehicles that display the subtle, authentic bobbing motion of automotive suspension systems. In the past Marvel Spider-Man titles, players could peep into buildings with windows for a glimpse of decorative interiors. Marvel Spider-Man 2 heightens the detail with the actual occupants. These small details help build a rich city backdrop that feels alive. Can't wait to see some of the little details within this game. Listen up with the 3D audio. Insomniac's audio team implements 3D audio in Marvel Spider-Man 2 with impressive attention to detail. The immersive effects are omnipresent, but two specific sequences stood out to me. A massive bell tolled during the sequence where black suit-clad Peter squares off with Craven and George. The resonant frequency of the bell hits with a convincing punch. Another moment is more gameplay focused, with the players crawling after a lizard through the New York sewers. The claustrophobic sequence in the heightened by 360-degree range of sounds, including creaky pipes, crumbling rumbles, and an occasional skittering of the lizard himself. These are just a few colorful examples of how Insomniac's stunner of a sequel is shaping up to take a full advantage of the PS5. Discover a full scope for yourself when Marvel Spider-Man 2 hits on PS5 on October the 20th. I cannot wait. Plenty of exciting things have been already mentioned regarding this game. I already made a few of the videos as well, and I cannot wait to get my hands on this and experience it for myself. Do let me know if you're going to be picking this game up. At this point, any of the PlayStation 5 owners are definitely going to be picking this game up. Alright, like and subscribe. See you guys all later, and have a wonderful day.